Hey guys and welcome. This is part 2 of my Warhammer 40k Valkyrie World War II build. As you can see, we're quite far ahead. Basically what happened was I filmed all the construction and the painting, but I was filming the base at the same time, and the base didn't turn out half as good as I thought it was going to. So we're doing a new base. So what I've done is, while I was editing the video, I edited out all the references to that base, so there will be lots of jump cuts. It starts with a jump cut, and I think there's a big jump cut at the end. So at the end it will jump cut back to this set bit here, and we will talk about what we're going to do next, which I think will be detailing. So I will apologise now for the jump cuts. So there is one at the start, so get ready for it, it's coming. I've done quite a lot of work in part 1. I kept saying I was going to prime it and never did. I have primed it. So I've done the wings. So here are the wings. They're two different colour primers, but there's basically grey, and I stuck some green in now, I think. And because it was two different mixes, it's come out slightly different, but I'm not that bothered by it. It's only primer. I primed the tail section. I've done the engines, and I've done some filling on them as well, so the engines all stuck together as well, which is pretty cool. I've done the cockpit, and I've painted the front of the cockpit. What I do is, I've still got some pictures of this, so I stick some pictures up here, possibly in this little location. I've done some filling as well around the edges, around here. What else have I done? I've done the canopy. The canopies together, and I've done the missile pods. Now look, when you stick them together, there's a lip going around the edge, but I didn't like it. It looked awful, so I've filled it all in with some automotive primer, which is this knife pay, and I've just sanded it down. I don't know how good a job I've done. I can see a couple of little spots where it might need filling again, but I'm going to hit it with some primer so I can see what I need to do. And I've done the figures as well, so both of them are meant to be gunners, like this guy here. Excuse me, but I do want two gunners. So what I've done is, I've got this guy here, and I cut the little I don't know what you call that, the little handles, gun handles off, and I've moved these arms up and down. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have him standing, so I've done the main body as well. I'm going to have him standing in the tailgate. Tailgate's going to be open, he's going to be standing like in this little section here. I've done the middle section, so I need these out of the way. Again, I'll stick some photos up. I've done all the paintwork inside. So I've done that there, done that there, I've done that side, and I've brushed some dry brush some like a silver, I think it was, on the floor, so it looks like it's a bit roughed up. You're not really going to see inside and see all the detail, so it's all roughly painted. I've gone over the edges a little bit. Again, with the bottom, I haven't painted the bottom of the roof, so you're not really going to see it. What I might do is sign it. And then what we need to do now is start sticking it together. So I need to stick the tailgate together. So it's a bit floppy at the moment, so I'm going to have to stick it into position, and then take this back off. In that gap, I might stick some sprue goo or something in the gap here, or some filler. Mix some painting with some filler, some black, and then just stick it down there. Or I don't know, I might have to stick it somehow. I'll figure out a way. What else have I done? I've scraped all the paint off where the bits go, so I get a good fixing. So the engines go on here. So I've scraped all the paint off of this side, and I'm going to scrape the paint off this side as well, so I can get a good weld. I've done the doors. Again, you ain't going to see the inside of the door, so they ain't been primed, but the outside has. And I've done all the feet as well, the feet sections. And I think that's it. That's pretty much the whole kit. So it just needs sticking now, and then some bits need priming, so the figures need priming, and that's it. I've still got some bits here that I might have to use. So I've got some there, the gun emplacements. I've got this little bit here that goes in between the canopies. I've got another spare gun here, I might put that on, I'm not sure. Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to crack on and do a little bit more sanding and a little bit more filling, and then when we come back we start sticking this together. I've done some more work on the main model. So what I've done is I've stuck the front on, and I've done the filling around the edge. There's a little white line now where the filling is, a bit there. Excuse me. I've done the canopy, that's stuck down. The engines are stuck on, and I've put the little doors on the side as well. So there's one slid open, that's where the little dude's going to be, the gunner, and I put closed the other one off. They're not stuck in there, just pushed in. And the tailgate, I did stick here, but it was still a bit floppy. So what I've done is I've made a little bar up across the back there. You see that? And now what we need to do is we're going to stick on this part. So this goes on here. So we've got these little bits on the side. We're going to stick that there, and that should hold the doors in. And once we've done that, we can start putting the wings on. We're going to stick the whole kit together, and then we tape it up, ready for paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some thick, and I'm going to paint. I think I'm going to put the glue on this side. So let's get some glue. Put a bit of glue along here. And we want it to go a bit tacky. A bit along here. A bit along this side here. Oh. There we go. Now that tack up a bit. And we put a bit down here as well. And then we'll actually put a little bit on here. On camera, there you go. We'll put some on here. And on this edge. This side. Put some on here as well. There we go. Do to let that go a bit tacky. And then we'll just stick that on. Make sure it's in the right place. There you go. Looking good. And now what I'm going to do is put some elastic bands around it, just to hold it on. And then when I come back, we start sticking the wings on. And the rest of the parts. Okay, right. Stuck elastic bands around, and I positioned it in the right place. So what we do is, while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll stick the feet on the wings. So we can do the same thing. So we've got these feet that I've painted up. I'm going to get my scraping tool. I'm just going to scrape the paint off there, so we get a good good fix. Don't need it all off, but let's get the most off. And we do the same on near here as well. Scrape the paint off here. Again, it don't have to be perfect. It's just so we can bond plastic to plastic. So this one. Get that do. Just dust off with a brush. My finger. And I'm going to use the thick again. Just put that there so that knock it over. And then put some glue on here. Right. And get our foot, make sure it's the right one. Looks right. I think they're both curved the same way. We got little notches in. You see that little notch up top there. So I stick that on there. Do the same one on here. Probably not too much glue on there. Just wipe that off. Put that glue off there. But it pulls the paint off, so remember to stick that in there. And that's the wings done. So when we come back, I'll start sticking the wings on. Okay, as you can see, I've skipped ahead a little bit. The kit's all stuck together now, and it's actually been painted with the two base colours. So what I did was I masked the top off and I sprayed the bottom. So all the bits masked off have been sprayed with some light grey Vallejo. It's a model air colour. And then once that dried, I masked that off and I sprayed the top with some sea grey Vallejo. That's also a model air paint. I've actually used all that up. I need to get a new one. And now what I need to do is the camo green. So what I'm going to do is I've got this decal instructions and paint guide, so we're going to use this as the guide for where to put the green. Because it's a different model, I'm going to get as close as I can. The green I'm going to go for, I did have a selection here. I've also got some more greens I went through, but I decided to go for the olive green Vallejo Mecha paint. It's the closest one I've got. So it's a little bit lighter, but because this is quite dark, a dark grey, this would actually darken up a little bit when you put it on. So that needs to be done. The masking, I was going to mask the whole thing and then draw on where I wanted the camo and peeled it off, but what I might do is actually go with some mask oil and draw the lines on and then mask the bits I don't want to spray. May do, I'm not sure yet. The figures need painting as well. They've all been primed. The little dudes up top, and I've got these as well. So I've done one missile pod. It still needs a little bit of work done, but that needs to be attached to underneath and painted up. And then I'm going to use a rocket. I didn't want to use a rocket, but I'm going to use it. What I might do is, if it attaches to the bottom same as the missile pod, but what I might do is have this so it's been fired, and then there's a smoke stream coming out the back, if I can figure out a good way of doing it, and attaching it as well. So I might do it like that. Okay, we're back from the jump cut extravaganza. So where we left off was it was all grey. I basically masked it all off using this as my template, and I did it the best I could so to get the green lines, and then I sprayed it and just peeled it off basically. So we got the grey on the bottom, the lighter grey on the bottom, and we've got the dark grey on top with the green. And then what I've done is I've put the what do you call that, yellow the yellow lines on the end of the wings, which are on here. I don't think that show up. And I've marked out where I want the evasion lines to be, which are these here, which are evasion lines. They did have them on the wings as well. So what we're going to do is have them on the top of the wings here. We can have them on the bottom of the wings here and here. And we're going to have them on the tail section, but just on the outside. The inside's just going to be normal. And then what have I done? Oh, the base. I've made up a new base, which is this. It's going to be my new base. If I put this on very carefully so I don't scratch the model, it goes on like that. There you go. So what we've done is it's just taken off. It's just dropped some troops off and it's taken off, so they look like that. The tailgate fell off because I'm an idiot and I didn't stick it on properly, but we're going to put the tailgate on, and I might make some pistons up to cover the gap here, so it looks like it's pushed it. It's to make it more stable as well. So we need to do that bit. I've got the rocket pod here and the rocket, but we're not going to fire the rocket. I know I said I might think about it, but we're not going to do it. Too much hassle. So the rocket has to stick there, just under the wing, and that pod goes over there. I've got the I don't know what you would call these bits. These are the cradles for the guns, for the internal guns. So I've got the pilots here, well the cabin crew. So we've got the cabin crew there. I've painted them up more nice. The cradle goes for this gun here. I think it just goes on this bit like that, so it sits on there. It won't focus because I haven't got the autofocus on. So we've got the cabin crew, and then what I did was, because this is just going to be a plain base, I thought I need more troops on here, so I went and got another troop kit. These are Astro Militarum troops. So I've got some of these. So these are going to be on the ground, like they've just been dropped off and they're running off in one direction, so that's what we're doing. So they need finishing, that painting up, and they're going to be off in this direction. There's going to be a circle on the grass. There's going to be grass on here, which looks like it's been sprayed on as a temporary landing area, so there might be like a H on it or something. I think that's what landing areas have in it. I think that's right. Anyway, let's take this off so you don't muck that up too much. There you go. So when we come back for part 3, we will start doing the detailing. Might do some metal work on the engines. Need to paint the guns up and the feet, the landing feet, and the evasion lines, and do the decals as well, which I've got up here. So these are the decals we'll be using. We may use some of the decals that come with the kit as well. So I would like to apologise again for the jump cuts, and I would like to thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheerio.